First is about poetry and how poetry comes about, why we write, what are the circumstances under which poetry is mostly born. Rain and rain, showering pain, lilies swelter, jasmine's flame, yet their fragrance it remains. Blazed and raised down, Dame Earth shakes her mane and rises as befitting a dame. Time, the gardener, runs his palms veined over the pallid earth and scatters grains of thoughts of souls before who gained wisdom by sitting upright under Bodhi trees of pain. Thus sprouts poetry again and again. Then it's on Diwali Night. That festival just passed us by and I was not home. So I remember the times I spent at home lighting Diwali crackers with my cousins. When my uncle and aunt and my mother and father, they'll sit on the steps and they'll watch us. Their hairs are turning grey now. They are closer to old age. And then there's my granny, who's completely, she has lost 3 teeth and her hair is also turning quite white. So I just remember the Diwali night and wrote this on for that day. Laughing cousins dot the courtyard, sparklers on each hand, making waves as we move in circles, crisscrossing the lit diyas on ground. Grey head grins, watching from the steps. White head 323 grin, watches from veranda. Frowning brows knitting these skits when anklets move too close to fire. One day, years from now, this day would remain, etched as lamplight flicker and sandals incense. One day, years from now, this day would remain, etched as lamplight flicker and sandals incense. In front of now unbuilt homes and now unseen homes. And on that day then, on steps, watching serene would be me and these little ones. Then on that day, watching on these steps would be sitting me and these little ones. Wishing maybe to be watched serene. Wishing maybe to be watched serene by the eyes that watch us now, and by then would not be around. Wishing maybe to be watched serene by the eyes that watch us now, and by then would not be around. Then again, on some day, we would be the air around this home. Then again on some day we would be the air around this home, blessing new hands and new pairs of laughing eyes. Frowning brows knitting these skits when new anklets move too close to fire. On another Diwali night. Maybe on some days we would be the air around this home, blessing new hands and new pairs of laughing eyes. And new anklets moving close to fire on another Diwali night. Maybe we'll be by then the flickering lamplight or the darkness around, or a bit of both, playing at hide and seek again. Then this is called half-lit lawns. The concept is that of being half, never being complete. We keep missing people who are not with us. We keep missing that, hoping that the promises we made with people remained and were not broken. So our lives are never complete. They're broken in halves here and there. And this lawn here represents that half hope. 2 half-lit identical lawns, like moss on gravel globes, with no oceans between. Half-lit lawns, perfect to hold imaginary tea parties in. Half-lit lawns, perfect to hold imaginary tea parties in. Shadows of the bordering trees resting heads upon the subdued moss. The perfect backdrop to conjure up the people you dare not otherwise recall. The perfect backdrop to conjure up the people you dare not otherwise recall or miss. Miss like you miss the morning walk when tied to a musty prison door. Half-lit lawns, half-baked cookies, half-creased faces of people whose portraits we made and propped up ceremoniously against the charcoal-filled, incense-filled, half-forgotten dream house, the one we built with their tailor-made, perfectly half-broken walls. People whose words we keep in flower vases, on the mantelpiece, and pour water religiously in our way in and way out of the room deep down our conscious selves, locked and bolted, open just enough only when sleep comes knocking at the door. Water enough to keep the words from wilting. Water enough to keep the words from wilting and the petals from drying up and being blown away to faraway shores by time's untimely cyclones, to never to see again lands and to no more tea parties in half-lit lawns.